A camel, skeletal, stumbling, barely standing, emerged from the horizon like a fading ghost. Its ribs jutted sharply beneath stretched skin. Each step looked like it might be the last. The once majestic creature's knees trembled violently, and its head drooped low, as if gravity itself was dragging it toward death. Its lips were cracked, tongue dry, eyes hollow but desperate. The camel stopped near the edge of town and collapsed beside a broken water trough. A faint groan escaped it. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to Echoes of the Voiceless and join us in giving a voice to those who cannot speak. Every story here is a testament to courage, compassion, and the lives we can change when we choose to care. A sound of hunger, pain, and surrender. Someone whispered, "Where did it come from?" Another shrugged. "Probably wandered too far. It'll manage. They always do." A group gathered, smartphones raised, photos, videos, comments, but no one moved closer. An older man chuckled nervously. "Camels survive weeks without food. It'll get up eventually." A woman shook her head. "Don't interfere. It's nature. Besides, it might be dangerous." A teenage boy tossed a rock lightly toward the sand near the animal testing, mocking. The camel flinched, then went still. Its breathing slowed. Its fate seemed sealed, suffering in plain sight while everyone watched. Hours passed. The sun sank lower, painting the sky in deep orange and shadowing the town with a restless silence. Children pointed. Adults turned away. Some argued. Some stayed quiet, pretending the problem wasn't theirs. Then, across the dusty street, someone stopped walking. Boots, steady, purposeful. Dust on the hem of her trousers. A calm silhouette against the burning sky. Her name was Maya Hart, though few recognized her at first. In animal rescue circles, she carried a quiet legend. A call sign whispered like protection. Sandhawk. She had once rescued a trapped wild horse from a collapsed canyon pit. She had coordinated desert rescues that others had called impossible. She had scars and stories no one saw. And now, her eyes locked onto the collapsing camel. Her chest tightened. Not later. Not eventually. Now. She crouched, watching silently, assessing, listening. The camel's breathing rattled like wind through broken reeds. Its knee had been cut, possibly from sharp rocks, and flies swarmed the dried blood. The poor creature's hump was sunken nearly flat. "Too long without food," she murmured, "and barely any water left in its body." Someone scoffed from behind. "Lady, leave it. These animals are tough." Maya turned just enough to see him. Her voice was calm, controlled, dangerous, only in truth. Tough doesn't mean invincible. A few people exchanged glances, uneasy now. She moved forward, slow, careful, palms visible. Her voice softened. "Hey, easy there. I see you." The camel's eyes shifted toward her. Fear, hope, confusion. Then a man shouted, "Stay back. If it kicks, you'll be crushed." Another woman muttered, "She thinks she's some kind of hero." The words stung, but Maya didn't react. She had heard worse. Her hand brushed her radio. "Dispatch, this is Sandhawk. I've got a dehydrated adult camel, possible leg injury, collapse stage. I need the wildlife vet on standby and hydration packs delivered." Static. Then acknowledgement. Help was coming, but time was short. The crowd watched her. Some curious, some doubtful, some annoyed that someone was finally forcing them to confront the suffering they'd chosen to ignore. "Move back," Maya called. Stronger now. "Give it space. No loud noises. No cameras close to its face." A group complained quietly, but her tone held authority. They obeyed. The camel trembled. A weak groan escaped. Maya knelt closer, slow as a whisper, and placed a small cloth soaked in droplets against its cracked lips. The camel twitched, then tried to drink, just enough to stay conscious. Maya's heart pounded. "Stay with me. Just a little longer." Behind her, arguments broke out. People questioning, blaming, debating what should have been simple. Help the helpless. A man barked, "Why bring officials? It'll cost money." Another sneered. "They should just put it down. It's suffering already." Maya straightened slightly. Her jaw tightened. But instead of yelling, she spoke with conviction. "No animal deserves to die because people were too busy to care. A hush. Then, engines in the distance, dust clouds rising. The wildlife officer's jeep appeared, followed by a small veterinary truck. The authority had arrived. The officer climbed out first. "Sandhawk, I didn't realize it was you." Recognition spread through the crowd like electricity. "That's her? The one who saved that trapped lion? The woman from the documentaries?" Whispers spread awe, replacing mockery. The veterinarian approached slowly, nodding at Maya. "Hydration and glucose. Then stabilization. But if he panics, it could get dangerous." Maya looked at the camel, exhausted, fading. "He won't panic," she replied softly. "He knows someone finally came." The moment sharpened the air electric with possibility and risk. The camel tried to lift its head, then collapsed again. The team froze. One misstep now, and everything could end. Maya leaned close, her hand gently against the creature's neck. "I've got you," she whispered. "I promise." The rescue, the delicate, life-or-death fight, was just about to begin, and no one in that dusty town would ever forget what they were about to witness. Maya's hand remained steady on the camel's neck, her voice low and rhythmic, almost a chant. "Breathe with me. Every second counts. You're safe now." The crowd, now silenced by awe and tension, leaned back, some pressing their hands to their mouths, realizing how close the animal had come to death. The heat shimmered off the asphalt, but it felt almost still like time itself had slowed for this fragile moment of life and hope. The veterinarian signaled for the team to prepare a large harness, designed for heavy desert animals. Maya crouched, her eyes never leaving the camels, her fingers brushing away stray flies, her touch gentle but firm. The camel shivered, each muscle tensed, but it did not flinch away. Something in her presence, calm, steady, experienced, conveyed safety. "Step by step," Maya whispered. "We're going to lift you now. Trust me." One of the officers nodded to the vet, and the lifting process began. Slowly, inch by inch, the harness was adjusted around the camel's emaciated body. Each movement was deliberate, calculated, measured. Any wrong pull could collapse the animal entirely. Dust swirled around their boots as the camel groaned, but Maya kept her hands lightly on its side, her murmured reassurances like a lifeline. Suddenly, a loose plank from a nearby stall shifted, clattering to the ground. The camel's ears flicked, muscles tense. A collective intake of breath ran through the spectators. Maya froze for a heartbeat, then leaned forward, soft but commanding. "It's okay. It's just a sound. Breathe. Look at me. I'm here." The camel slowly exhaled, tiny trembles running down its legs. Maya adjusted her position, whispering, "Almost there. You're stronger than you think." The veterinarian and rescue team signaled to lift, and together, using the ropes and harness, they began to hoist the camel to its feet. It wobbled dangerously, knees buckling, sweat dripping from its forehead, nostrils flaring. Maya stepped alongside, her hands ready to stabilize, her own breath slow and synchronized with the animal's. "Steady. One step. Yes, that's it," she murmured, encouraging the animal inch by inch. The camel rose fully onto its feet, trembling but alive. Relief flooded Maya's features, but her focus never wavered. There was still work to do. The crowd, many with tears in their eyes, whispered apologies to themselves and to the creature they had once ignored. A mother pulled her child close. "See? This is courage. This is care." The team prepared the camel for transport. Maya guided it carefully toward the waiting trailer, her voice a constant, steady stream of comfort. The veterinarian checked the injuries, noting the dehydration, abrasions, and weakness. "If anyone else had tried, he wouldn't have made it," she said, glancing at Maya. The camel stepped into the trailer, shaky but obedient, trusting the hands that had saved it. Maya stood back, brushing dust from her uniform, sweat streaking her face, yet her posture resolute. The vehicle doors closed, and slowly, it rumbled away, carrying with it the fragile life now given a second chance. The onlookers remained, some kneeling, some silent, others whispering heartfelt apologies. They had witnessed more than a rescue. They had witnessed the quiet, unstoppable force of compassion. Maya turned toward the crowd, voice gentle but firm. "Every life matters," she said, "even when the world looks away." The sun had begun to set, painting the sky in deep gold and crimson. Dust floated lazily in the cooling air. The moral lingered, as palpable as the wind. Courage, patience, and decisive action can rewrite a destiny. A single act of compassion can ripple far beyond the moment, teaching humility, empathy, and humanity itself. Children waved at the receding trailer. Some adults nodded in quiet respect. Maya's eyes lingered on the horizon, scanning the desert for the next life in need, knowing somewhere, someone, or some creature was waiting for hope to arrive. The wind carried a faint echo, the sound of hooves, heartbeats, and courage. Maya Hart, call sign Sandhawk, had not just saved a camel. She had reminded the world that heroes act, and sometimes that action alone changes everything.